Hello and welcome to my slideshow. My name is Fawzia Mohammed, and this presentation covers the implementation and evaluation of my GrubUni system. This project was created for my course Comp 482 at Athabasca University, and it focuses on designing an interface that helps university students plan meals, browse recipes, apply filters, and build a grocery list. So in this presentation, I will explain the design purpose, show how the interface works, walk through the prototype stages, and finish with the heuristic evaluation, and lastly, my final reflections. Okay. Next page is the project scope and purpose. So the purpose of the system is to make meal planning easier for students and for students who deal with long days, changing schedules, and have limited time. So GrubUni gives them a place to plan their meals for the week, look at recipes that match their needs, apply filters, and organize their grocery items. So this interface focuses on being simple, readable, and not overwhelming so that students can use it while studying, working, or cooking. Okay. Next, next slide focuses on main tasks in the interface. The system supports the main tasks that students handle when planning their week. So things like logging in and entering the app, building a weekly meal plan, searching for recipes, applying dietary budget and time filters, viewing ingredients and cooking steps, creating and editing a grocery list. Also, every screen and interface supports at least one of these tasks, I would say. So the next slide is on how walkthroughs were performed. Um, so to test the early designs, I performed a walkthrough using a realistic student scenario. I followed every action a student would take, such as opening the planner, searching for meals, and creating a grocery list. For each step, I asked, would the user know what to do? Is the action believable? Could anything cause confusion? So this basically helped me find problems early, like unclear labels or even like missing feedback. Okay, on to the next. So low fidelity prototypes. Before building the Java system, I created low fidelity sketches, and these sketches map the layout for the weekly planner, recipe search screen, filters, recipe details, and grocery lists. The sketches were evaluated during the walkthrough, and any issues I found helped shape the final interface, such as spacing improvements and adding confirmation messages, I would say. Okay. Next slide is implementation technologies. So the system was built in Java using the Java Swing interface. Each screen is a separate panel, and I used a card layout to switch between the screens. The design uses buttons, labels, text fields, scroll panes, and pop-up messages. The point was not to build a full app, but to just demonstrate the interface flow and apply the human um, interface design principles. So the human computer interface design principles, I would say. Okay, on to the next slide. So I'm gonna in the next few slides, I'm gonna show the final interface screens, and we'll kind of walk through what the main app would look like. Sorry. So this is the walk-in screen, the login screen. Um, it's kept simple, with email address and just a sign up and a login. So you just sign up, log in, and then you put your email in and your password. Um, Students can enter their information and move directly to the weekly planner without extra steps. So it's just basic and clean. Okay, the next slide would be the weekly planner. So this is where a lot of the stuff goes on. So we have a 7-day layout. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Each day has a breakfast, lunch, and dinner slots. And the meals update instantly when selected. So when a student clicks a plus button, the system opens the recipe search page. When a recipe is selected, it appears immediately in the correct slot, and the screen acts as the main hub of the system. Okay, next slide. Recipe search. So, excuse me, sorry. So this is the recipe search screen. Um, Students can type into the search bar or scroll through recipe cards. The filter and search buttons at the top basically help narrow the choices down, and this screen basically connects directly to the recipe details screen, which is what I'm going to show you next. So this is the recipe detail screen. It shows ingredients and the cooking steps. It includes the time, diet, and the cost information. And we also have buttons to save, add to the grocery list, and to the grocery list. Sorry. Next screen is the grocery list. So ingredients, it lists all the ingredients on the grocery list here. From the chosen meals, you can the users can add, remove, or even check the items. And it's designed for quick use. So you put it in, you click your grocery list, and then you add. It's self-explanatory, easy to follow, and very simple, as we need it to be. So the next screen is the filter screen. So I made a filter screen where students can choose their diet types and budget levels or cooking time. So they can choose if they want halal meals, if they want vegetarian meals, um, their times of how long they want to cook their meals. Um, and after that, the after applying the filters, the system returns to the search screen with updated results, and the filters help students pick the meals that match their needs. Okay, next slide is the heuristic evaluation summary. So after building the workings version, I completed a heuristic evaluation summary using the Nielsen and Mollick's method. I focused on visibility, feedback, consistency, user control, error prevention, and flexibility. And the evaluation helped me identify where the interface could be clearer or more supportive. So that was really good that we talked or learned about this in the course, because it really helped me in this phase of my project. So key issues identified. Some of the main issues included no confirmation after filters are applied. The grocery list allows duplicate items. Well, it can work in some situations, but we don't really want to have duplicate items if you don't really need it. Inconsistent spacing on some of the screens, and I don't have any undo option after clearing the list. So you can't undo that, unfortunately. On to the next. Design rationale. So my design choices were built for students who are tired, busy, and just want to have a quick meal to make and plan their meals. So many students check meal planning apps while they're tired or in a rush. So every screen uses simple buttons, readable text, and minimal clutter. The weekly planner acts as the center of the system because it is the future students return to the most. The other screens supported by helping the students search, filter, and gather ingredients. Yep, and the last slide here. So overall, the system works well for weekly planning, recipe browsing, and grocery list organization. The flow between screens is clear and the layout stays manageable for daily use. Future updates could include adding shortcuts, clearer confirmations, and basically stronger contrast. But the current version already provides a solid base for further design development, I believe. Okay, so now I'm going to go into showing the actual system. So let me just split over. Okay, so this is the actual system for my app. I created a dummy account, so I just made an account here. I already put the password in. So you can either sign up or you can log in. So we're just gonna log in as I'm already made the account. In the corner here, it says logged in as example.com. So that's something that's functional. This is the main page. This is the planner page. And this is where you add your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I've made all the days here. So you can just go to breakfast. You can either search for the breakfast. So the yogurt will pop up. And you can view the recipe. Okay. And then you can add to plan, add to grocery list, or save the recipe. So let's add that to the plan. And then what pops up is go back to the planner and choose a day and meal first. So I didn't choose that yet. So let's go back. Planner. So breakfast, Monday. Okay. Add to plan. Added yogurt parfait to the main Monday breakfast. You can view the recipe. This is the recipe. It takes 5 minutes. It's a vegetarian, low cost, healthy meal. We can also add it to the grocery list. So we have the ingredients here as well, sorry. And the steps to create the yogurt parfait. So we can save the recipe. So it says recipe saved. Or we can go to the grocery list. We add it to the grocery list. And then we have an option to go back. We also have the options for the filters. So like I was saying earlier, there's the filters options. You can do halal, vegetarian, vegan, low cost, minimum cost, under 10 minutes, under 20 minutes, under 30 minutes. And you can choose what you want. So for now, we'll just leave it at any. And then we'll go back. So we have the yogurt parfait as the breakfast. We can create the lunch. So I put some dummy ones that work. Pasta with tomatoes. You can add that to the plan. Add a pasta with tomatoes to Monday lunch. Okay. The recipe, same. You can see the recipe for that 15 minutes, vegetarian, low cost, and its type of meal is a quick meal. So you can also add that to the grocery list. You can go back, and then you can look at our grocery list. So earlier I added all the Greek yogurt, granola, berries for the yogurt parfait, and then I added the pasta, garlic, tomatoes, olive oil in my list. The option I have here too is that we can add more items. So we can add like a banana, let's say that's added. And then we can also clear our list, or we can delete whichever ones we don't want, or just clear it all. So that's an option that's great. So we don't have any saved recipes right now, unfortunately. But if you were to save recipes, it would save here. And then yeah, everything is just easy for a student to use. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and yeah, you can do that for every single day. You can keep adding, and everything is shown here. So I added my yogurt parfait for Monday, pasta with tomatoes for lunch, and then I didn't do a dinner yet, but we can also add that. And that's pretty much my app. I hope you enjoyed listening to my presentation, and thank you so much for listening.